It's been a hot minute since I looked at anything toy related, just from how busy I've been, but what are you gonna do? Well, as it turns out, I'm gonna go to a random store and find Donatello. I'm wrapping this up quicker than I thought, I'll be honest. So yeah, Donatello. I honestly really didn't think that I would find this guy for a long time, especially not for such a low price, because let's be honest, 2022 so far for pricing in any range of action figures, collectibles that you may get has gone up. So to find something that was out last year and not that much more expensive than it actually was, I call that a win, especially for how this year has devolved into one chaotic thing after another. But less said about that. We have the team together, so let's get rid of these guys and take a look at the main star, Donatello. Now, firstly, we'll just go over the basics. The little blurb with the name and weapon, bow, or boo, depending on your pronunciation. And if I'm honest, this is the guy that I've been looking forward to the most. Bow staff is my favorite kind of ninja weapon of choice. It's difficult to explain. I was always a fan of Tim Drake in the Batman comics. Growing up, he was my Robin, same as, you know, you have your Doctor or your James Bond. You know, Tim Drake was my Robin, so I really like Donny. He was always the tech one, and I'm massive tech gamer, nerd, geek, whatever, so his personality always really spoke to me. And as usual, you've got your artwork a little bit darker than the previous ones, I think, but I think that's just for the coloring, maybe? I don't know, but Donny here looking proper sick with his bow staff. He's even got some goop there he's swiped up from the sewer. If you ain't careful, he's gonna flick it in your eye. And obviously you've got the heroes in a half shell just underneath. So standard packaging. I actually picked this guy up at vintage stock. They had a couple, I guess, clearance that they'd purchased or someone had brought in and sold. So whoever did that in the Northwest Arkansas region, thank you so much, sir, madam, or whoever. You have made my day, or they have made my day, or them. Yeah, I don't kind of want to get this out the packaging, but I have to. So this is the best one I've had for packaging. It's still a bit dinged up, like the Walmart releases. I'm looking forward to the Velocitron Transformers packaging, just to see if that gets beat up just as much. So you've got the Nickelodeon Evolution of the Turtles. You've got Shredder doing his, oh, I've got to get rid of yesterday's breakfast. Throw it down the drain. Mutates the Turtles. Splinter, who turns into a giant rat, and then, you know, Splinter, the big cheese leader, teaches the Turtles the ways of ninja. Together they form a kick-stomping fighting team for the side of good against the deadly Foot Clan. Get ready for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've been ready. So, obviously, just the 4 Turtles. If they had any more, they'd have added them to the roster. And then we've got a portrait of Donatello. And I admitted in the last couple of videos that I didn't know what some of the weapons were. Guess what? It's got the weapons listed on the back. Karma, Ninja Stars, Fist Daggers, or Turtle Fist Daggers. So Karma, my research was right when all I had to do was turn the packaging over and look. Birthplace, Joe's Pet Place, Slocklahoma. Slowklahoma, really. 4 foot on 2 legs in height and 145 pounds of shell. 15 years of age, and his shell is hard as tank armor. Pause there so you can read that if you wish. And then you've got all the basic TMNT legal jargon, playmates, socials, ages 4 and up. So the packaging, I've got to say, wrapping these up, I love it. If I could find these again in better condition to just keep on the shelf or hang up or even donate to a museum, there's a really good toy museum in Branson. There's a video for that. You should go check it out. Yeah, it's just still a big blast from the past for me, and it's just birthdays and Christmases. It's a good slice of nostalgia, and the paint apps I can still see are missing like marks, but according to, again, me just doing my research, that's how they were originally. So these are pretty darn authentic, all said and done. So packaging, overview, let's rip this guy out. Firstly, the weapons. Now, not that Donny needs 2, because bow staffs are generally just, you know, a one thing to use with both hands, but I appreciate, like the original, it comes with 2, just in case, you know, you lose one, because it is just a regular piece of plastic. So molding's good though. Let's have a look with just this one. Molding's good. It's got the wood effect with like the bands across the middle. I'll have to sand those or get rid of those, but yeah, that's all good. I love the wood effect. Any wood effect in anything is pretty good. Got the Karma, which I'm still not 100% sure how you use it, but we have it. You got the claw grapple spike hook things. I still call it the ninja pizza slice because it's just, you know, it looks like a pizza slice. And then the most boring of all, 2 little ninja throwing stars, which are just plastic stars. Donatello. And I think I might be biased, but there are still some paint issues in a couple of places for just splotching, but I'm not really sure how I can not love Donatello. He was my favorite, so I'm a little biased, and yes, some of the joints are a little bit more wobbly, I'm feeling, but he still feels light, he still feels hollow. The head feels good. It's not the squishy head ones. The paint, like I said, there's a little bit of splotching and like 1 or 2 that I'm noticing parts, but he's pretty darn good. It's the same articulation, and this arm feels a little bit loose, like very loose, but again, nostalgia may be playing a huge part in me trying to critique this in any way, but Donny was always the one that seemed to get him out of tight spots with technology, so I've mad respect for the character, and I always grew up in the 90s knowing that the tech guy was always the one that would get the team or get someone out of a situation, you know, like Penny with the dog in Inspector Gadget. You've got Donatello, Gadget from Rescue Rangers, I forget the name of the gummy bears, but their Gadget guy was always the one that seemed to kind of help them out of a bind. And yeah, this is what I mean about, well, I suppose you could hold one and have the other stored, but there's Donny with his stored bow staff. looking pretty good. I'm going to put in the wobbly hand, and even the grip isn't that great, but it is just a staff. But I'm guessing you could do this, put them in both like an electric guitar, and it falls out immediately. But yeah, Donny, I've got to say, let's get some better light over the guy. Darker color scheme than, say, Raph. And the others have lighter color schemes, like even Leonardo, who's like the second darkest. They still have that cartoon quality to them. But they were all pretty much the same color in the cartoon. So Donny being a bit darker, it helps differentiate them, even with the colored bandanas. But I think it carries more of a sense of personality change. Like it just sums them up straight away while looking at them. You know which is which, and the color variation with them helps. I think I don't know. I'm just pleased I've got this guy. I just want to get him on the shelf. I want to start on the villains. That's a whole nother set of videos that I'll have to do and money I'll have to find. But yeah, not bad at all. Let's get the others in and we will do a final roundup for the entire team. And with them all in shot, finally, I can say, really, this is a good set to collect. If you missed out on any of the 4-packs that were Target, GameStop and Walmart exclusives, these Walmart exclusive ones, they're not bad. They've got the retro packaging going for them. So if you do find these on the secondary market and they're a decent price, like I found for Donny, I can't say not pick them up, because they really do work. I mean, it's the original molds from what I can tell. Nothing's been changed. So much to the point that I thought that things had been changed with the missing paint apps, even from the first two. But as I say, that is how they were originally. Yeah, there's some paint splotches and a couple of issues, loose joints on Donny and Leonardo, but Michelangelo's other weapon broke straight out of the box. But these guys, overall, yeah, they were a good price to begin with, and I don't think they'll inflate too much on the secondary market. So even if they're about $15 each, that's still a heck of a lot cheaper than anything brand new that's coming out. So if you've got a Walmart and they're still on clearance, snap them up. If you see them in a vintage stock or a game exchange or any other store, get them. Because if you're a TMNT fan and you find the packaging in good condition, open or contained, there's still a good addition to your collection. And if you don't want to pay secondary prices for the originals in package, then these are a very good option. And despite any complaints I have, I am very pleased with them. So that's the last of the TMNT videos for a while, until I start getting the villains. What a joy that will be. Credits. Small box toy scourge here again at the end of the video, saying thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the Instagram. Nerd appreciation. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Remember, stay safe, stay cool out the heat this summer, because it is quite a hot one so far, and just generally enjoy anything that you do today.